So I'm the alumni here and the faculty. Anyone know Mike Palmer?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Give it up for my dad, Mike Palmer. Anyway. It's really only because of him that a kid from Dorchester went to Commonwealth, and he worked real. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so he worked real hard to get me and my sister in there to Commonwealth, and I got there and got my ass kicked for the first couple of years of school, and I couldn't hack it. I went to public school my whole life before Commonwealth, and Brent, I think Brent's here tonight. There he is in the back. Give it up for Brent too. I'm trying to, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm trying to burn off my whole 5 minutes, just giving props to people, because it takes a while when people clap, but anyway, Brent was my advisor. I was having a real hard time, he could tell you, my sophomore year in 2001 or something like that. And I almost left Commonwealth because I was failing miserably. And I worked my ass off after that, and it was kind of a wake-up call. And I graduated, and like everyone else here, it's no big deal. And then 3 or 4 years later, whenever all my fellow classmates were getting their degrees and being lawyers and doctors and all that, I went to Afghanistan, because that was pretty hip at the time. But the recession was going on. My mother and father both got laid off their jobs. And the job I had trying to help them out, I dropped out of college and got a job, and I got laid off. So kind of in a moment of desperation and frustration, I was walking with my hands in my pockets down Boston Common, and I walked into the Army recruiting office. And I said, what do you got for me? And the biggest paying bonus was Airborne Ranger. Does anyone know what an Airborne Ranger is?
Yeah, live in constant.
There you go. So anyway, I signed up to be an Airborne Ranger, which is part of JSOC, which stands for Joint Special Operations Command. It's basically the special guys from every branch, the Army, Navy, Marines, everybody is part of JSOC. So the Army has Rangers, the Navy has SEALs, everyone knows what SEALs. Marine has Force Recon. And I joined up, and I got my ass kicked real good. I went in at 180, and I graduated Ranger selection at 125. And I could barely walk out to graduation and put my father, Mike Palmer, actually put my scroll on in Fort Benning, Georgia. And I stayed awake and conscious and standing just long enough to put my scroll on, and then I got on the bus and passed out. Because I hadn't eaten in 4 days, and I'd been basically got like an hour or so of average of sleep for the last month, a week. So it was rough, and I thought, I got my tan beret on, I got my scroll on, I'm a tough guy Army Ranger. And then I got to my unit and met a bunch of guys who had been deployed continuously since 2001, since I was in medieval history at Commonwealth. And they were like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, I'm Private First Class James Palmer. And that doesn't mean anything, because I had a little set of airborne wings from jump school at Fort Benning. And no deployments, no medals, nothing to speak of. I basically was the guy who made the minimum requirements to be a Ranger. So I got my ass kicked there, too, for a long time. And that's the thing. Everybody thinks in Ranger selection, like, oh, I'm going towards this big goal of greatness of being a Ranger. You're going towards the big goal of the beginning, being allowed to go in the door, paying the cover. And then you really learn what it is to be a Ranger in there. And 3 of those guys who taught me what it was to be a Ranger were killed on my first deployment. I went overseas in the surge when Obama first came into office. 1 minute, fuck me. But anyway, long story short, Obama came into office, became president, put the surge in Afghanistan to try to tone it down, pull everyone out of Iraq. I went there, 3 of my team leaders got killed, which was like more than 20% of my platoon, my squad. And I killed my first person at deployment, and that changed me definitely. And I would say a part of me died overseas. I did 4 tours in total in Iraq and Afghanistan and Pakistan and some other places I can't mention with special operations. But I'd say I'm not really the Commonwealth student I was when I graduated here. But I'm definitely a changed person. But I don't know. In 2011, I think somebody submitted some award I got in the Army about how I didn't kill somebody. and I didn't. And I didn't need to kill him. I spoke passion, and I calmed him down, and he took a shot at me and almost, took my neck out. But there are plenty more stories where I did kill people, and that wasn't really the PC thing to put in the Commonwealth piece. But at the end of the day, there's a big world out there, and I'm back in college now at almost 30, and it's funny being in film class and having a bunch of 18-year-olds tell me they know the classics too, and they know Lord of the Rings, and they've seen those movies, and I'm thinking more like Hitchcock and Citizen Kane and something like that. But yeah, it's humbling. I'm definitely a different person now than I was when I graduated Commonwealth, and 10 years ago seems like a drop in the bucket. It seems like an eternity ago, but I don't know. I thought I was out of time, right? Okay, I'm out of time? All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you.